Hello, good evening, Twin Minds here. We are doing a new game tonight. Star Oars Inc., I guess. Um, this is kind of in the interest of research for my own game, because this has a lot of elements that I want for my own game. So I'll be pointing out what I can, where I can, with as much knowledge as I can, which is not much, but we're gonna try. We're gonna give it a good old try. The one, Tay Tay. Hello, hi, welcome. How you doing? I have a kitty. He wants to go. He go. He go. He go. I didn't realize this just stopped playing music at some point. Yeah, let's get into it. There's the music. As far as I know, we're dropped on a space station we need to mine. That's the extent of my knowledge of this game. There's drones. Gotta automate stuff, I think. Asteroids are not dead rocks. They are resource deposits just waiting for the right machines. From the archives of the Interstellar Trade Guild, 4th Cycle. In a galaxy where raw materials mean power, a constant race for resources rages. Empires secure entire star systems. Corporations exploit planets, and amid all this chaos, traders, miners, and fortune seekers search for their place. Trade routes are unsafe, warships carve through space, every world fights for survival. But where there is danger, there are also opportunities. While the powerful struggle for control, there are those who go their own way, pioneers who open up new worlds, new civilizations, in the darkness. You are one of them. Gila, stop yelling at me. With nothing but your ambition and your entire savings, you have acquired an abandoned asteroid, a mine that was dumped by a real estate shark and written off as useless scrap. Now it is up to you to bring this place back to life and let it blossom into a driving force of trade. The future of galactic industry lies in your hands. Boop. See, they went with route number 3. I'm pretty sure that's the number. In a previous stream, we talked about the different possible starting options for my game in terms of story and reason you're there. They went with the buy yourself with your savings route to turn a lump of nonsense into a functional space station. Hello, Robert. Greetings, I am Bobby42, Basic Operator Bot Interface, serial number 42. Most people just call me Bobby. I've been waiting for, few centuries for company. Welcome aboard. It has been 317 years, 4 months, 2 days, and 8 hours, and 37 minutes, and 42 seconds since the last crew left me. But who's counting? I've talked to the ventilation systems, argued with the maintenance drones, but real company? A miracle! Hang on. I got a squirmy kitty. I got a squirmy kitty. He be squirming. He be squirming. Look at them little toes curl up. Which route is be a pirate, but like Robin Hood pirate, and then turn legit after laundering all the money? It's a good question. That's a good question. That is certainly a route that we have not discussed previously. Beans. Gila, you're upsetting the kitten. Stop screaming. You're upsetting the kitten. Now it's your turn. Come here. Flop that cat. flop that cat. Beans. You were screaming. This is what you get when you're screaming. Okay, let's continue while I flop the cat. But enough about my melancholy machine soul. It's time to make this mine shine again. Let's get started. Do you see the laser drill over there? Grab it. It's just waiting to punch spectacular holes into something. I can do that. Probably. E. Oh, that's loud sound effects. Ah, the D64 laser, a masterpiece of precision. With it, you can not only remove annoying dirt, but also clear away the one obstacle or another. Purely hypothetically, of course. Speaking of obstacles, do you see that disgusting stuff in front of the door? Yes, that's that spreading thing that looks like it's decided to found its own colony here. That was not part of my original design plan. Why don't we test your skills with the laser right away by removing this sticky problem? One determined shot and it should dissolve into nothingness. Okay. Orb. Okay, two things. Audio. Chill. All of you chill. Yeah, you go there. Better. And then second off, turn you down a hair. Maybe more. Also, you can do exclamation customer in the chat, and you may join as a customer whenever we manage to get customers. Perfect. Now the door can finally work again. Technology! Impressive, isn't it? Onward! Oh. Ah, welcome to your sales room. This will soon be the hub for galaxy-wide trade. That over there is the delivery area. I'm sure it's pointing to something useful. In theory, the place where freshly recovered resources are shipped out. But before we officially open the shop, you'll first have to tidy up here too with the D64 laser. I was working on it until you interrupted me. So, this actually features a lot of similarities to the game I wish to make. At least thematically. It's space station. Obviously this one's an asteroid station, but close enough. Space station where you are mining, refining, and processing resources. Now this one seems to focus more heavily on the mining, whereas I wish to focus more heavily on the refining and collection of scrap and whatnot. But I did kind of hope to do some mining as well in mine. Okay, can't, oh. But physical item manipulation. Apparently I can carry one, precisely. Physical item manipulation, resources that need to be physically picked up and moved to places is kind of the thing. I even had a goo-like resource that I was kind of planning on. Now, that's much better. I can already see the bustling activity of the thriving trade station before my sensor eye. Finally, after all these years of silence, the station will once again serve its true purpose. It's time to open the shop. Do you see the switch on the wall? As soon as you flip it, the first customers will cast their curious eyes on our revived mine. So yes, including not limited to having customers coming Mostly the purpose of my game would be customers coming to deliver materials and then us going through the refining process. But if we can manage to get to a point where we're mining our own, then that's effectively free income. Versus my main gameplay loop of processing other people's materials and keeping the excess, or optimizing your processes so you have extra excess to keep, those kind of elements. Don't worry, I recorded how you flipped it. Your technique? Flawless. No one can challenge your switch flipping skills. Simply magnificent. The first customer will arrive any moment now. The tension is palpable. I'd bite my nails if I had any. As soon as your first buyer enters the station, they will be shown both above the delivery spot and your helmet interface. There you can see exactly which goods he wants to buy. A small but fine shopping list right on your display. You only need to place the goods the customer wants in the delivery spot, and the customer's spaceship will be loaded with them automatically. Luckily, we still have some ore here, perfect for this moment. You can hand it over directly. Alright, hang on. I don't actually know what they want, so we're just taking it. They wanted one, apparently. Did you see that smile on his face when you gave him the ore? No, I didn't. Priceless. I'm still beside myself that there's finally life here again. Now it's time to be patient and wait for the next customer. Soon, someone will float in again. When that happens, show them that this mine isn't just revived, but masterfully run. Okay. So far, we're stuck in a little hole. There's not much here. New customer. Okay, so spaceship. I want much more interactivity with my spaceships, so I plan to have the ability to go into the spaceships, enter, and physically pull out the resources. This game also does have drone automation, which I also plan to have. So there's a lot of similarities. Where it will differ, I think, will be the important part that we need to figure out. Bye! I calculated with absolute precision that you're a natural talent at serving customers. The galaxy may be chaotic, but here everything runs like clockwork. Your business success depends on one simple principle, ore or disappointment. Customers are like hungry space worms. They don't wait forever. No ore, no trade. If you have no goods or dawdle too long, they'll head off to another trader. But luckily, there is an emergency strategy. You can close the shop again at any time if you need to get supplies. Just press the switch again and the doors will close. That gives you the opportunity to restock the storage without annoyed customers losing their last bit of patience. Good, because I have nothing else. Before we open the shop again, we need to get some ore. After all, empty shelves are hard to sell, unless our customers are into intergalactic disappointment. Why don't you look around the station a bit, try to find more ore. Before I forget, you see this machine here? This is the sales storage. Here you can neatly store found materials and take them out again when you need them. That helps you keep the sales room clean. You don't want everything lying around full of ore here, do you? Yes, actually I do. Good. That would also overload my processing capacity. But I won't keep you any longer from exploring the station. Okay. Hey, why are you insistent upon my tea? Is tea that delicious for you? Can kitties have tea? To the Googles! Cats should not drink tea due to caffeine, which can cause rapid breathing, heart issues, and digestive upset. Yeah, that's why we shouldn't drink it either. Alright, no tea for kitties. I shall continue to defend my tea with honor. Alright, so first things first, we need to upgrade this sucker. Because the sucker has precisely one storage space. And that just ain't enough. Okay, space station. Aha. Well, that didn't. There we go, okay. Perfect. I think that's the grand part about game development. While this has so many similarities with the game I want to make, it feels nothing like what I have envisioned in my head for my game. It feels like almost every part of this is different. I didn't plan to have an electronic storage wall. I do plan on it being bright, and this game does have brightness covered. A lot of games, especially sci-fi and space games, tend to go with the dark and gritty atmosphere. This one's got the brightness and the cleanliness that I was kind of aiming for. Different visual style, though. This is much more kind of a low poly kind of vibe. I was thinking a little bit more realistic. Ooh, different color goo. My laser's too weak. Fair enough. I'll shoot my goo elsewhere. Oh, those just fell down. And there it is, the old ore mine. Here you can recover the treasures of the asteroid, and with the D64 laser, it won't just be efficient, it'll look impressive too. So let's go. Aim, fire, and you've got your first ore mined by your own hand. But what if, now hear me out here, what if I continued shooting things? We definitely need an upgrade to this thing, because I don't think running each individual piece of ore up 4 flights of stairs is really gonna cut it in the grand scheme of things. Okay, let's just put you there, because we're probably gonna be taught at some point how to do that. Do you feel it? That unstoppable feeling of progress? Like the beginning of something great, or at least a solid business plan. Ore deposits are limited, but still valuable. Just the right thing for a conscientious mine operator like you. I calculate with 99.87% certainty that you can still extract a little ore from this deposit. And, well, the remaining 0.13%? That's from my boundless enthusiasm for seeing you in action. Well done! The entire ore supply has been successfully extracted. But as every mine is eventually exhausted, we must now find new source to keep operations running. Master, your D64 is cool, but unfortunately not good enough to drill through tough rock. But don't worry, I wouldn't be the first class station computer if I didn't have a solution ready. The second level is key. There you'll find a door behind which lies exactly what you need to bring your laser to the next level. Alright. Nah, not worse than Wheatley. That's crazy talk. Alright. Well, let's bring one of these with me. Second level door is key. I need 50 bucks. Ah, the door is locked. And of course, the old crew decided to secure it with a password. A classic. Unfortunately, the password didn't just accidentally wander into my database. But don't worry, I have ways to overcome such obstacles. We need a little helper program to crack the password. Of course, it's not free, but because even the vastness of the universe, hardly anything comes for free. But don't worry, once you've sold your ore, you should have enough money to bypass this annoying lock for good. The door is waiting to be unlocked, so let's go! And when you say worse than Wheatley, you may also be referring to my ridiculous amount of enthusiasm that I am throwing into this character's voice. So that may be on me. Sup, I sucks. Alright, we got 8. Let's open up. Get money. Main task, unlock the door. Skill points. Eagerness to learn. 10% experience gain. Carry capacity. Laser efficiency. Okay. You want one? I got one. Get out of here. You got $5 for that. Alright, let's go with capacity. Oh, that's 2 skill points for capacity. No, I have 1 skill points. I thought the 2 up here was my skill points. That's my level. No, let's start with experience. We can level up faster. It's pooping out there. Got it. Actually, it's pooping out of that little tube. I thought it was coming out of this hole. Ooh, I had to walk back home from the mechanic. Gross. Is it stupid hot for you as well? Because that would be very unpleasant to have to walk home with redonkulous amounts of heat. Alright, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna have to do it anyway. Oof. Yeah, that's not cool. I don't know if I could walk home from my nearest... Well, so there is a mechanic that is fairly close, only like 3 or 4 miles. But the mechanic that I would typically go to is like 15, 20 miles away. So I'm not sure I could manage that. I don't know if I've walked 20 miles at a time in my life. I'm pretty sure I haven't, actually. I think the most I've done in a day is something like 5 to 7 miles on like a Gen Con day. We got $50. I'm gonna sell this last one, then push the button, and we'll do things. Alright. No, you can't have my tea. Stop it. I don't know what it is, but he really wants to be up inside my tea. Stop. Stop. $8LGXPWV. Aw, no last letter. We can't remember the password. Beep. The door is unlocked. Ah, we are now entering a new area. Exciting! If you look around a bit here, you should be able to find a terminal. I calculate a 98.76 probability that it isn't completely rusted through. At least I hope so. Now, you may notice, and you may not notice, because I barely noticed until just now, the experience pop-up. That right there. The little blips go into the corner, the font, etc. This game is made by Three River Games, which is the same company that made Airport Baggage Simulator. I actually learned about this game from going to their Discord in Airport Baggage Simulator. So there's some similarities in their design. Probably some reused UI assets and whatnot. Obviously, there's no sci-fi whatsoever in Airport Baggage Simulator, so they couldn't reuse airport baggage assets, but some of the UI is similar. Perfect, Master. This terminal is the key to the future of your mining career. Here you can finally upgrade your D64 laser and give it more power. With this upgrade, your D64 laser will finally be strong enough to drill through rock. But, as always in the galaxy, technology costs money. Once you've sold enough ore, you can finance the unlock and turn your tool into a real powerhouse. Wonderful. Okay. Well, that's just blocked off entirely. $25 for the next whatchamacallit upgrade. Ah, that's kind of nice. Alright. $25. This happens to be $25 laying right here. That's pretty much precisely why they put that here. Do not have more skill point. Okay. One at a time. Alright, let's do that. Actually, can I just, yeah, this is fine. This is fine. I'm just gonna take my little rocks for a walk. Taking my little rocks for a walk. This is good. This is good. Hello, Scooby. How you doing, Scooby? Haha, now there's a reference I haven't seen in ages, and I'm surprised I get because I don't usually get references. So yeah, this is definitely why I wanted to play this, because there's a lot of similarities. There's a lot of elements here that I think would be good to at least consider for my game. I was considering an area pull collection tool, so that's a similarity. I think so. For my selling method, I already mentioned, you know, the primary gameplay loop would be people coming in their spaceship, dropping off materials, and then us processing the materials and then getting them refined materials out of the deal. So they bring scrap, we sort it, refine it, get them, you know, iron ingots or whatever, and then whatever. So let's say they bring us 100 kilograms of scrap, and they're expecting to have what? Oh, leave. They're expecting to get, you know, 50 kilograms of refined material out of that scrap. There's an expected or advertised loss. So of that 100 kilograms of scrap, maybe your first tier of processing gives you just barely like 51 kilograms or whatever of refined material. So you have one overage. So you give that to the customer, they pay you for your services, so you get money. And then you have one extra kilogram of iron processed. So the next customer brings 100 kilograms, 51, you get 2. You know, after a handful of jobs, you've got an extra 50 kilograms of refined material. So the next job that comes in, you can immediately pay and have all of that scrap material to process and have that as your like whole overage. So then you can start processing as you're getting customers flowing through. So you don't necessarily have to wait, which will help speed up the game. But then also, I want to be able to offer materials for sale for someone to come by and just straight up buy. Maybe they offload their resources. Maybe you have an option to buy the resources off them directly rather than a refining job. So you can start putting up cash to buy resources or buy scrap directly, rather than just doing them as a job. You can start selling your refined resources directly. So yeah, that sort of gameplay loop. Upgrades for more than one at a time in this game? Absolutely. I haven't done it because it's a skill. And it's this one right here. Now, I do find it interesting that we have to pay money to upgrade our laser, but we also use skill points to upgrade our laser, efficiency, capacity, stuff like that. So it feels a little bit odd that we wouldn't upgrade them all through a terminal, through different choices of upgrades, versus this one that just does strength, and then the rest of them are all in skill points. It's a little bit weird of a disconnect there for me. Oh yes, Master, your D64 laser now has an extra dose of power. Stronger, faster, and ready to cut through rock. Whenever you run into an especially hard rock or aggressive overgrowths again, that your current D64 laser can't penetrate, It's time for an upgrade. Keep in mind, though, each new level brings more power, but also costs correspondingly more money. Energy consumption, improved components, and the license for the optimized control logic all add up. In addition, you can now use the D64 to mine minerals in deep layers. That means you can now mine minerals even from deposits that are depleted on the surface. Oh, interesting. Pretty practical, right? Practical, but unfortunately also much slower than mining on the surface. Now that your D64 laser is running with more power, it would be a shame not to make use of it. This overgrowth may be stubborn, but your upgraded D64 laser is stronger than ever and ready to cut through the obstructing stuff. Oh, red beam. Can we get a purple beam? Purple ammo. Alright, what do we got in here? Oh, yes, Master. Your D64 laser removed that overgrowth with absolute ease. Almost too easy, right? Master, this is a fantastic find. An old ore transport unit F3000I, or ERFI for short. Exactly what you need to take the burden of ore transport off your shoulders. Unfortunately, the poor thing seems to have overheated and is no longer functional. But don't worry, with the right repair, we can get it running again. Of course, as if it could be any other way, this will cost a bit of money again. Alright, so that was another thing that I was planning for my game, is drones to help with the work. I haven't decided to what extent, but at the very least, I want to be able to do drone repair. So whether that be just a service that I provide, or the ability to repair drones to function for you, to work for you as well. Haven't quite decided the extent of that yet. But yeah, drone repair is definitely going to be a thing. Drone, droid, robot, whatever. They're all the same. That's racist. They're all the same. Well, I haven't played with the center station drones, so I don't know what the difference between them is. But I would say probably closer to Planet Crafter. But I honestly don't know. ERFI. $10. Alright, fair enough. Alright, let's get these ores. Walk my ores up the hill. Actually, while we're down here, yeah. Keep blapping these things. I am noticing that those experience points are not going quickly. Which one is this week's free game? I put them up and then I completely forget. Oh, Nova Lands. I've been meaning to play that, actually. That's one of the ones on my to-do list. Is that by the same developer as Forager? Or is it just that they look very similar that I'm thinking Forager? See, who needs extra pocket slots when you can just walk your rocks? Just take your little rocks for a walk and you're good to go. Deb is Behemoth. It sounds familiar, but it might just be familiar because I looked it up before. Let's take a peek at Nova Lands quick. I don't actually have Nova Lands on Steam. But now might be a good time for the first time I ever play an Epic game. Behemoth, Nova Lands, Manaspark. So no. Oh, that's why Behemoth sounds familiar. I just played Four Leaf Fields playtest recently. And that one's like Grounded plus Stardew. tiny people in Giant Farm. That's why that sounds familiar. But no, Novalands has a very similar look and feel to Forager. Is it Forager I'm thinking of? Yeah, the top-down pixel art, expanding your islands, automating, etc., etc., etc. Oh yeah, I always grab everything free on Epic. I just have never actually played any of them. I've never played a single Epic game. Never once. The only thing I've ever done with Epic is I have loaded the Epic launcher so that I could test or attempt to learn Unreal Engine. So I have not played a game, but I have made a part of a game. So this small ore deposit has 0 of 2, so it's empty. And this whole process to mine, I think you can mine infinitely from these. At least they made it sound kind of like it, but maybe I'm breaking it. Who knows? I don't know if I want my game to be this upbeat. This one is very bright, very clean aesthetic, upbeat, bouncy music, etc. I think I want it to be slightly more grounded in reality while also retaining some sort of lighthearted nature. I haven't quite figured out what balance I want yet. What the Friday is to play an Epic game. But is Novalands good enough to be my first Epic game? Rocks. I got rocks. I can take more rocks for a walk. Hooray! Novalands is right up my alley. Alright. That's 2 yeses. That's 2 yeses. Now, I am curious if these rocks are even valuable. Ah, they can be broken. That's why they're valuable. Because they're not going in my pocket. The blinking red circles is a good question. Maybe it's like a aim for better effect kind of deal. Oh, it doesn't have it. Ah. Aha! It is aim for a better effect kind of deal. Good call, the one. I was just seeing him blink and I was like, oh, whatever, it's a thing. Kablam! Interesting. Interesting. So they don't all produce ore. Some of them do. But they are producing experience, and that's what matters. Alright, experience collected. Now I gotta take some rocks for a walk. Up several flights of stairs. I was kinda hoping to make my trip more worthwhile. More than 4 rocks, but whatever, it's fine. So, with you guys having listened to much of my rambling about my game, do you have any thoughts so far? I do believe I have $10. That was a complete success. Our good old Urfi is fully operational again and ready to make the tedious work of ore transport off your hands. Important info, Master. Your Urfi, just like other machines in your station, accumulates so-called tech points over time. Those points aren't just numbers, they're real units of progress you can use to unlock upgrades. You can see the current tech point and possible upgrades when you interact with the Urfi. You've already made great progress, but it's time to offer customers new products to increase our profit. If my calculations are correct, there should be an access point somewhere in the mine leading to another area of the space station. There should be a terminal there that can be very helpful to us right now. Alright. Come on, Urfi. No, Urfi's gone. Okay. Well, what I have so far is a very large number of ideas and very little progress in actually making it. So what I actually have made is ore and scrap delivery by customers, and then a very half-assed implementation at tracking the delivery of their request. So they drop off ores or scrap. You refine it with my very basic refiner, and then put it in a box and deliver it to them. But yeah, in terms of what I have planned, that is fairly nebulous because I have a lot of ideas, and I've been trying to parse out what I want to focus on, and then have stretch goal kind of things. But primarily space station. A mission/job system where customers will either bring scrap for refining or bring scrap to sell or request materials, or they may bring I want to be able to have them bring things like decrepit spaceships or specific types of collections of scrap, like just a drone delivery or whatever. I have plans for things like grinding to smaller chunks, sorting machine, possibly a crusher of sorts that will crush different types of material. Flying to different areas for collection is something I kind of want to do, but it's definitely a stretch goal kind of deal. What's this button? Ah, okay. Alright, Urfi, what you got for me? Urfi type. Find materials and lovingly stuffs them into machines. Nothing says, I like you, like a freshly filled Meltatron. CLS. Scans the mine, locates debris, and lasers it out of the universe. According to internal protocols, its cleaning algorithm was inspired by 80s action movie. I'll be back to clean. SDS. Stationed in the sales room, analyzes customer wishes and syncs products into the delivery spot with astonishing accuracy. A sales pro with the throwing instincts of a basketball star. And basic ESU collects materials and delivers it directly to the sales room. Ask it about the delivery spot, and it just says, not my area of responsibility. It loves clear routes from A to B. C is a myth it distrusts. Customize. Yeah. Upgrade. That's a lot of money. Increases the TP points per action by 1. Sure. Why not? Can you... you can move it. Alright. I'm going to move it down to the mine, because that's where I'm going. But damn. But yeah, in terms of, like, actual plans for a game, like, primary game mechanics. Let's just read my sheet. Primary game mechanics. You got resources and materials. Scraps, gems, minerals, ores, stuff like that. That needs to be processed, refined, and delivered. Light automation. I don't know if I want to go full like conveyor belt systems, but maybe drone-based automation would probably be where I would aim. Resource processing, various machines, hand tools, stuff like that. I want to progress from hand tools to larger machines. What's up, Guardian? Why do I have a portal gun? Why don't you have a portal gun? Everyone needs a portal gun. A mission job contract system. And I'm thinking originally inspired by Cache Cleaner Simulator. So that general game loop of take job, materials delivered, do shit with the materials, deliver back to customer what they want. That general gameplay loop. And then, of course, the more I can expand on it, the better. I do want to expand into space station management. Things like vending machines, bar, stuff like that. You know, the grander scale of space station management. But those are, for now, pipe dreams. Well-documented pipe dreams, but pipe dreams nonetheless. I also want to do trash collection as well as trash drop-off spot. So while we're a refinery in space, we're also a trash collection point, which at some point I would like to switch from just straight-up trash collection to being able to refine the trash as like almost like a passive extra source of income. So you start off just collecting the trash and taking a fee for collecting the trash or whatever, but over time that trash will then be a source of materials. I do want there to be a cleaning mechanic, but I don't want the usual scrubby dirt spot kind of cleaning. I'm still trying to think through what I want, and I don't know if I can do it yet based on technical limitations, but we'll see if I can do a different style of cleanup. And then I do at the very least want some very light ship maintenance, like refueling, battery charges, that kind of stuff. But I don't want it to just be the usual plug in, gas pump, and go kind of thing, because that's been overdone. I want there to be a slightly different refueling mechanic for space station management. I think, as much as I like the extra experience, I think my next point might need to go into laser efficiency, faster mining. Because faster mining is also faster experience. So we're getting there. We're almost there. tech points. Okay. Just wondering when those tech points are coming in. Why is this not working? This button? That button's not working. Hang on. Kill that. Get that mining again. Now, Urfi, you're... Aha! Urfi got it. So we need a new Portal game. I mean, Valve seems to be averse to third games in a series for whatever reason. You've got them stopping at TF2, you've got them stopping at Half-Life 2, you've got them stopping at Portal 2. That's just how they roll. Alright, one more, I think, should get me a level. Ah, dicks. Alright. It's fine, we'll push through. There we go. Okay. Laser efficiency. Faster. Is it noticeably faster? Technically noticeable, but it could be faster. Alright, we're just gonna leave those for now. Hey, my button works now. Hi, Gila. Hi, Gila. Why are you yelling at me? He's yelling at me with intent. He is pointing himself at me and walking towards me with his head leaned in to the meow. Gila. Lovely. Let's keep cracking. There's only, what, 2 or 3 more big rocks to go anyway. And this one we can't touch. Shush, kitty. Aha ha ha. Excellent, Master. That's exactly the access point we were looking for. With 99.85% probability, there's another terminal there. Once you've unlocked this access point, a completely new area of the station will open up. Great. Heal. Ooh, disc. ooh, a disc. Data integrity storage cartridge. 1.44 exabytes of capacity. The most modern medium for crew logs. Wow. Wow. Well, 350 years ago. Surely most old station records. When you pick up a disk, you can use your DS4 to read the data. After that, it will automatically be stored on a disk socket on the station so you can view it again anytime. But let's take a look at what's on this disk. Entry 9000. Crew member Hal Ribley. Stardate 1701. More number references that I get this time. Oh great, Dax and I were left behind to keep the station running during a war, and I'm just a janitor. I hardly know anything about mining. Our only hope is old D64 laser cutters. A plasma cutter would be my dream. You could do anything with that. But, well, maybe we'll manage to live here long and in peace. First, a sip of blue ale to that. Blue ale? Not blue milk? You got 1701, you got Hal Ribley. You got... I think Hal and Ribley are both two separate references. You got Dax. And then I'm sure the blue ale was a reference, possibly to blue milk. Not really sure. It still has materials, but let's get more. Maybe we'll clean up all these rocks when I have time. I think the problem I have with these rocks is that they are mostly just in the way. They do provide experience, but so does this, while this also provides money. And same with the red goo. It provides not really money or experience, but it does provide passing through, which is important. And sometimes there's ore inside. Oh, one piece at a time is truly awful, yes. But this is a game about incremental increases. At some point we'll be mining, it will be automatic, we don't have to worry about it. And I don't mind this level of slow start. Like, this level of slow start is perfectly fine. Alright, so we need 50 bucks, which means we need to go upstairs. I should probably collect all of the rocks. Alright, let's do that. Whatcha? Oh, Keela pushing buttons. Okay. I do like taking my rocks for a walk, though. It's a delightful activity. Ah. Don't lag behind. Come on, little one. Time for walkies. Indeed, ducks. Pet rocks. So, ducks, tell me, what is your kitten situation? Why are you taking a break? Why do you think you get to take a break? How dare you? Alright. That. Make money. When you make 50 bucks, we have more than 10. We have 7 there, and we have several here. So we have enough to make the 50 bucks that we need to open up that new spot. Oh, you need 3. I see. I do appreciate that they're now having people request more than one item at a time, because one at a time would take for a while. You want 2? I can do 2. The good old bathroom quarantine. That's it's a classic. So they are your kittens though, ducks? Am I remembering that right? Or are you fostering them, or how's this happening? Are you now the proud owner of 2 new kittens? Yay! They are your kittens. Wonderful. What are their names? Yeah. Yeah. No. The hell was that? it looked like an ore just dropped straight that way. I might be mistaken, but who knows? Let's watch. Up. It might have just been the elevator itself that I was seeing. Kayla, why? He literally just pushed my phone off the desk. Why? Why? Yeah, I'm around. Yeah. Alright, we'll finish selling these last 4. And then we will go do the next thing. We have a whooshing as the UI happens. What? What? Loki and Cricky. Cute. Do you ever plan on replacing those names? Because I know Gila, when I first got him, his name was Pepsi from the shelter. Gizmo had a name too. I don't recall what it is. It was on his original paperwork. Ah. Oh, let my robot take those. Yeah, just one item at a time. There was one customer that bought like 3 things, and then the second customer bought 2 things. I think it might actually be proportional to how much ore you have. I'm not positive.
Chill, cat. Chill, cat. Chill.
Kimmy's not terrible. Pepsi was terrible. Agreed. Pepsi was terrible. Hi. Alright, that's enough to go around for now. Open!
Master, you prove once again that no door, no lock, no barrier can stop you. Somewhere in this area there should be the terminal. I recommend a thorough search.
Alright, well, we have a new robot. This robot is another Urpy, and we need $40 to repair. That's doable. Yeah, Cricket's a good one. Cricket's a good one. Loki's always a good one, absolutely. Ah. Yeah, sometimes their personalities just go straight to their names. Gila is named so because Gila Monster. Because he was a little terror when he was little. He was bitey, he was fighty. When they first tried to hand him to me at the pet shop, he clawed me, jumped out of my arms, and bolted across the store, to which I had to chase him and grab him. Yeah, talking about you. Oop. Yeah, Mezzakeen and Lucifer is a good combo for sure. So you've got Cricket, the bouncy one. This is good. Alright, so as we're cleaning these out, we are getting ore, so I'm not worried about ore. And Urfy is going to come by and grab it eventually. I should go up and sell a couple, so we can pop this one open too. Let's go do that. Look at that little happy face. Look at it go. Look at it go. Well, Loki's gonna be your, maybe ironically named, Mischief Maker? Because Loki apparently is a good kitty. Yeah, I like the little robot. Look at the little face. Look at it. Look at the little face. Oh, it makes noises too. Even better. I'm actually looking forward to the next update of Autonomica, because I might actually play that one on stream, because next update comes with a lot of stuff, including Black Box, which is its own sassy talking robot that is also adorable. Yeah, let's actually call that there, because $40 was enough to open up the next one. I think we might actually have Black Box in the current version, so I could technically play it. But the next version has a lot more neat stuff coming that I think is probably worth a stream. Alright, Urfy. Second Urfy, get to work. Good job. I didn't even have to talk to you. Here, let's great. Boop. Wonderful. Okay. So. Yes, Master, you found it. Exactly the device that will help you expand your possibilities even further. Here you can down blueprints for a Meltatron 3000.
With it, you can refine raw ore into valuable ore ingots, and of course, those fetch significantly higher prices on the market. The only catch? Downloading the blueprints also has to be paid for. Data volume is expensive in this remote area. But don't worry, by now you know how to quickly mine and sell ore. With a little effort, this investment will soon pay off too. Alright. We do not ask about the meat wall. Master, what a lucky find. You found another blueprint terminal, and this time it's all about decoration. It may seem secondary at first glance, but trust me, decoration is more important than you might think right now. With every decoration you place, you collect decoration points and increase your decoration level. And the higher your level, the more money the customers will give you. Form meets function. Building with style literally pays off. My tip, always keep an eye out for more decoration terminals and turn your station into a real eye-catcher. So that is actually the exact same mechanic as the airport baggage simulator. More decor equals more income. Lovely. I don't have any money for any of that. Wall meat is also an eye catcher for sure. So $20 for a Meltatron. So we need to do that first. So let's go do that. Take my little oars for a walk. Take one. Urfi, don't come back. I took Urfi's ore. The wall meat? I don't think so, Iron Ninja. I don't think so. Take it. Carry on. Alright, we have a problem. I have a boulder problem. I have a boulder problem. Now, I'm pretty sure the automation in this game is all robot driven, so I don't think we're going to have a shoot. Huge cocoa powder truffles. Well, there's an idea. Funny enough, there actually was a candy-based mining and automation game that did indeed feature mining chocolate. That one actually did give an ore. I thought there was ore in these, they're just not very common. I did point that out earlier, Isaacs, yes. The experience text pop-up and little bubbles shooting up to the corner is very much Airport Sim. And this, the decoration, the decoration level that increases your income is very much Airport Sim. But if I recall right, this game came before Airport Sim, so if anything, that copied this game. Distance. Distance and increases speed. Good to know. I think it's like something like 10 feet or something like that. Like, give or take, there is about as fast as it can go. So it's still a pretty decent distance, but if I come back here, it's fucking gonna take forever. Alright. Let's get these things. Actually, the robots have done a pretty thorough job. Let's go get 20 bucks. Good job. That was an asset flip. Sad. Wasn't that Tibijibatu? Yeah. I don't know how he cranks out games so quickly, but yeah, he does that a lot. And it's weird because like, it's not necessarily an asset flip. Like, using purchased assets is not necessarily an asset flip, because there's usually a lot of gameplay behind them. And his games do seem to have a lot of gameplay behind them, but also I don't tend to like them very much, and I don't know why, because they have all the stuff that I want in a game. Like the what was it, Star Miner or something like that? Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily call those asset flips, but I would call them maybe pump and dumps, something like that. I don't quite have a term for them, but yeah, he does abandon them very quickly. And he hates criticism. Absolutely hates criticism. Yeah, indeed. I don't remember what the game was called, but it was a game basically set in Candyland where you mine candy and chocolate and automate with machines to make candy and chocolate. In fairness, I don't know if Free Mind has done that very much. I think the one that stood out the most was the... Hey! Root. The one that stood out the most was the Farmer's Life future cyber farmer game situation. Alright. So, 62 bucks for more TP per action. You can do speed. Speed good. This one I kind of want to upgrade once just to get TP incoming. Yeah, no, that cyber farmer was so bad. I mean, it was okay. It was bad, but it wasn't. It was like they were attempting to do something fun and silly with it, but they released the demo way too quickly and left way too many obvious references to their previous game that they copied it from. Like, if they had let it cook longer, and explicitly made it clear that it was more of a satire of their own game than anything, I think they would have been fine. Building cost 50. God damn it! That 50 bucks I just spent to upgrade the critter immediately makes me sad, because I... Alright, it's fine. Brilliant, Master! Now that the plans for the Meltatron 3000 have been successfully integrated into the DS64, you can build it anytime. Of course, that's not free either. Material costs, energy consumption, and the not exactly modest license fee for the use of the utility module all need to be covered. But what is a small investment for such a big leap forward in industrial perfection? Simply open the build menu of your DS64 and select the Meltatron 3000. After that, you can choose where you'd like to place it. Give it a try. It's child's play. Alright. So the next blueprint is question mark $200. But we need to do more things first. So we need to mine more ore. We need to make more money. Because we need to get another $50 before I can make a Meltatron. And then we need to start melting things with the Meltatron. Actually, I'll wait for my robot to come here. I'm going to try to interrupt it. I think I can change it to a miner, perhaps? Robot! Cute. Let's see. Find materials, stuff them into machines. Scans mine, locates debris, and lasers. So I could have made it laser out the rocks. Sells ores and delivers ores to the sales room. So no, I cannot make it a miner. Carry on. Dang. Okay. Well, let's do more laser efficiency, speedier. I may not ever actually upgrade my my item storage capacity, because between the robots and the ability for me to just simply take my rocks for a walk, it might not be necessary. Hey, that's a party coming in. Salty, Knight, D-Pain, EOG, Civil, Raid, from all 5 of them. Archipelago, that's what you guys were doing. Where does it go? Salty. Hello, hi, welcome. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to the mining party. How's everybody doing tonight? How was your archipelago doing? I think this might be enough ore. It was a mess, as expected of an archipelago. Who was playing what games? Civil playing SC2 StarCraft 2? EOG playing Civ 6. Big Daddy playing Satisfactory. Knight playing Librarian. I didn't know Librarian was already part of an archipelago. D-Pain playing 3. And you playing Super Mario 64 and Ocarina of Time. Seriously? You're playing 2 different hardcore, heavy-duty RPGs? Mega Man Battle Network 3. That's what the 3. Okay, got it. Mortal Mombat Banana Nonsense. There you go. That is quite the collection of games. I'm honestly mostly shocked that Librarian is already part of Archipelago. How do I... Okay. This way. Alright, I'm taking my rocks for a walk. Away we go. Majora's Mask bans nudes. It has a custom world and mod for it? Jeez. I honestly didn't realize that Librarian already had a modding scene. But it did kind of make very quick success. Alright. Yeah, I mean, now that you say that it can be part of Archipelago, it makes a lot of sense, because the minor and major magic unlocks can be locked behind Archipelago unlocks. The various shelf completions can be triggers. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I didn't even think about it. D-Pain, exactly. I forgot to mention it earlier, but I definitely had that in my brain when I was leading the rocks around. Ludo from Labyrinth. The way he talked to rocks. Oh, it even locks what books can be picked up. Oh, dang. Because I do know that game physics locks books, so you can't like trip over them and stuff. Interesting that they would be locked for even pickup. Huh. That is odd night. We got so many more rocks. Look at these little dudes. Those little dudes warbling behind me. So while I'm doing this, I have been, so far, talking much of the night about A, Ducks' New Kittens, and B, the game I am attempting to develop myself, which actually has a lot of similarities to this game. So we're playing this kind of as market research / game dev research. Because I would love to get to a point where I can have kind of a dream game in play. And if someone else isn't going to dev it for me, I'm going to dev it my damn self. That's the spirit indeed. So if anyone's interested, I do have a game dev channel on my Discord where I am attempting to run through my process of developing a game, learning basically from scratch. Thanks, Ducks. That was well-timed placement. But it's at its core, it's going to start with the same general gameplay loop as Cache Cleaner Simulator, which in my mind has been one of the most addicting games I have ever played in terms of an enjoyable gameplay loop. Hi, Gizmo, what you doing? Yeah, we got 3 ores left. If someone comes by asking for more than one, we gotta stop. We're doing one at a time now. Great. I have a feeling that this game will only ever send customers with more than one ore request if you have a certain amount above. So once you get down to a certain threshold, it only ever asks for one ore at a time, so you can't ever get to a situation where you can only ever partially fulfill an order. That is a good question, Civil, and I've been trying to put my thoughts together around how much automation I would want in my game as well. Because I think part of the reason the lack of automation is not necessarily a problem in Cache Cleaner is because of the relatively small scale of the operations. Oops. Oops. Hang on. Let's go turn that off. See if we can fulfill that. Oh, never mind, he ran away. Well, okay, it's relatively small scale in that even if you play the way that the one does, or even the way I do, which is, you know, accepting bulk orders, it still starts off very small, and it's not a constant flow of materials. It's not like you're setting up a miner and constantly having materials mined up and flowing through the system. It's not factorial volumes. It's not hydroneer volumes. It's small location, so physical space would limit the amount of automation you could do, and it's small quantities, so that you're really kind of focusing on the nitty-gritty small aspect of it. Now, I'm not saying that that's what my focus is going to be, but I feel like that's why the automation, or the lack of automation, works in that game. I do feel like I want a layer of automation, but I don't know how much. And I don't know how I would go about balancing that. What am I doing? Right, placing a Meltatron. Okay. So let's go place a Meltatron. And we'll put it build. Meltatron, $50. So it's got an in. That's a weird collection of arrows. So that little slot there is the ore intake. But then there's 2 arrows on the right and for intake, and then 3 arrows on the left for output. What are we outputting and intaking that requires so many different arrows? All right, it's fine. Well, whatever. We'll put it right here. Great job, Master. The blueprint of the Meltatron 3000 is placed. Master, the dream of instant construction ends here, but in return, the fascination of the real technology begins. A finished Meltatron doesn't just appear out of nowhere. That only happens in video games. But the D64 once again proves why it's the centerpiece of your mission. With precise laser printing, a blueprint becomes a mighty Meltatron 3000. Aim, adjust, activate laser, and watch as the design turns into a functional high-tech smelting furnace. Soon it will transform your hard-earned ore into valuable ore ingots and ready for big profits. All right. E. Oh. I was expecting this to be more interactive the way the robot was trying to sell it. Oh yeah, absolutely civil. I've been trying to think through it. I don't know if I want to do conveyor belts. I love conveyor belts. I love conveyor belts in, like Hydroneer is another big example, because one of the core elements is physical item manipulation. Picking up items, managing them physically, moving them around, having a lot of physical elements, which does lend itself really well to conveyors. So I'm definitely waffling on the conveyors for sure. Excellent. The Meltatron 3000 stands in all its glory. Master, welcome to the next stage of high technology. The Meltatron, it's not just a device, it's a marvel of engineering, built to turn ore into brilliance. Mine Mogul is another one, absolutely. And I liked Mine Mogul in that it went to really small chunks. I don't know why that really sung to me, but I really liked that. I need to do more of that game. I gave up on that game way too quick. But don't worry, it sounds more complicated than it is. I'll guide you through every step. We'll start nice and simple. Take your collected ore and throw it into the drop box in the Meltatron. Alright, 4. Haven't played it yet. Fair. It's very much lightweight automation. Set up miners, they dump ores onto the ground, and then you set up conveyors for them to be processed. Like that, it does exactly what you expect it to do. It does not have the water power system or any power system. Fantastic! The Meltatron has an appetite for ore, and now things are really heating up. The Meltatron may be a technical masterpiece, but right now it's still a bit dependent on manual assistance. Take a look at the panel right at the top of the Meltatron cylinder. That's your target. Now aim the D64 laser directly at it and keep the beam steady until the process is complete. You'll see the device come to life. Energy flows, metal glows, and the ore begins to transform. Oh, okay. Oh. Interesting. Wonderful! It's a shiny ore ingot straight out of your Meltatron. The first step towards maximizing your yield is done. And yes, the process may seem a bit handcrafted at the moment, but soon you'll be able to automate this work step too. Just imagine, ore in, ore ingots out, entirely without your involvement. The last step is as simple as it is satisfying. Press the eject button and the Meltatron will spit out the freshly cast ore ingot. Now that the first ore ingot is leaving the production line, it won't take long for word to spread like wildfire. Demand for high quality materials is high, so it won't be long before the first customers ask for your new product. Master, you've surely already noticed that our progress is being hindered by more overgrowths. My sensors indicate that we'll find another important terminal if we remove these overgrowths. But to do that, you'll need to upgrade your D64 one more time. That would make sense, wireless power transfer. There's also an out dish, which is a little bit weird. Alright, so they stole my ingot. What? Ingot. 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 Okay. It's fine. So let's go do more stuff. Could be pass-through power. Pass-through power would make sense. Ah, I got lost. There's only 5 more ore left in this nugget. Oh, dang. Alright. Nope. 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 Stop it. Stop it. Fuck. Earthy type. Put stuff in machines. No, you come back. Come. Put stuff in machines. I don't know why they're frowny face about it, but you do you. So yeah, frowny face does not make money. That makes sense. So I think at some point soon-ish, I've been collating all of my notes. I have a huge tabbed document about all of my various notes of my wish list items for my game, overall design plans, stuff like that. So I think at some point soon-ish I will put that out there and see if I can get some feedback from people on the general plan and thought process behind the game. Because I've mostly just been spamming random ideas out there while talking during streams and whatnot. Haven't really been able to get a full coherent idea out there. I'd like to see what people think. Yeah, I mean, I have a high-level elevator pitch. The high-level elevator pitch is running a refinery space station dedicated to refining scrap and ore, with side processes of collecting trash and other ship-based services that you would find in a space way station of sorts. So things like refueling, recharging, cleaning, light shop services, stuff like that. But the light shop services and whatnot are kind of like a stretch goal kind of deal. Gas station simulator, but space, kind of, sort of, yeah. I don't know if you've seen me play the totally legitimate space simulator. What the hell was it called? It has a very long, complicated name. Legitimate Space Corp Simulator, which is also running a space station in space, but purely focusing on the services, the refueling, the shop, stuff like that. Mine will be first and foremost kind of sort of junkyard management, but the primary gameplay loop would be on par with a combination of cache cleaner and probably something like Junkyard Simulator. Yeah, right. They're attempting to do the thing. I missed. Ah, got it. I think one of the problems and the things that I'm definitely struggling with are all of the various grandiose ideas I'd love to see in my game. Many of them extending well beyond the initial scrap refining process. And I think that some of those ideas, while very grandiose, do lend themselves to the scrap and or refining processes. But some of them very much don't. Like all of the rest stop services really don't align with the core gameplay mechanics of scrapping and refining, but do align with the space station element that I really want to focus on as well. So I'm gonna struggle, I think, to find that balance for myself. Alright, enough of that. Gotta make some ingots. Yeah, I mean, I totally get scope creep. Scope creep is rough. Ah, interesting. It doesn't accept new ores while there is an ingot in there. Oh, yeah, absolutely. And in fact, I have already done that quite a bit in my attempt at documenting all the wish list items. I have ended up shifting focus a little bit. Because one of the things that I would love to include, not only the scrapping and refining, but also one of the core scrap elements I want are robot and drone pieces as like a routine scrap item that will show up in jobs. And then I want the ability to piece together and repair drones for resale. They're so happy. They're frowny face until they get to put ore in the thing, and then they're happy. Right, exactly. Which is why I'm still trying to figure out the level of automation. Because if it's going to be drone assistance like this, then automation is really easy. Because as you are scrapping and repairing drones, you are choosing whether to sell them to make money or use them for your own purposes. So your costs immediately get sunk into expanding your own processes rather than pay money, get material or whatever. So it will be a balance between how much you want to use for yourself versus how much you want to sell as a money-making opportunity. So it kind of balances itself a little bit there, and I kind of like that as a mechanic. So the input for resources primarily will be incoming ships, which is why I also wanted to include the rest stop activities, because ships will be coming in, offering their scrap or ore up for refining. So say you're playing, Eve or Star Citizen or any other space game, you mine, and then you go to a space station to refine it and either get money back or get materials back. So that would be the primary source of incoming material, is ships coming in and either offering the raw material for sale or offering it up as a refining job where they're expecting X amount of returned refined material, where then you get the cash cleaner simulator method of 5-10% or whatever the overage is going to be as your take from the process on top of whatever they're going to pay for the refining services. So you will have... I just pushed the wrong button. But I also would love to have, at some point in the future, the ability to go out and get your own materials, whether salvaging from... one of the ideas I had was the NPC will offer a scrap location for sale. And that would pop up a beacon where you could then go travel to and salvage the materials that are at that location. So you'd be buying the rights to a salvage claim, basically. Or the ability to have actual asteroid purchases, like small asteroids or whatever, that you could then purchase and either have delivered to a large asteroid processing space or docked to the station, where you would then take a small miner out and break it up yourself. I have a lot of ideas around how I want to gather raw materials without it being tied directly to income, or expanding the ability for it to be tied to income. But I do still want the flow of ships to be a core element, because that's where I wanted the ability to have the way station or rest stop type activities to happen is the constant flow of spaceships coming through. All right, you guys, go move stuff. You guys, go move stuff. I will help. Oh, I can't walk these ores, or I can't walk these ingots as well as I can walk the ores. That is unfortunate. Looks like I'm gonna have to rely on my robots more. Fair enough. Alright, let's pop open. I hope that they're not going to ask for ore. But if they do, I can go mine some. I don't know what the game wants us to do. I don't know if as soon as we have the ability to do ingots, people will only ever ask for ingots. No idea. 35 bucks. Okay, that's pretty good. So it takes 4 ore in, which are $5 a pop, so 20 bucks. It damn near doubles. Comes close to doubling. Yeah, that was exactly my thought process, Sybil. Oh shit. Do they take partial? Because I don't have time to go get ore. That's gonna be a problem. I should always have some ore on hand for stuff like that. I didn't realize that they were gonna do that. They do take partial. Okay, that's good. Let's go get some ores then. Wasn't sure. But yeah, that's pretty much the exact thought process. You start off with like a cache cleaner simulator where you're dealing with small individual or small scale orders, and then it slowly builds up over time. But then certain layers of automation let you perform those faster. I was thinking in terms of, you know, the act of unloading a ship takes X amount of time, and at some point you'd be able to build a drone for that. And then that drone would help you offload, and you would just end up going down to your refining space, and there would just be materials ready to refine. And then yeah, the more you automate, and the more you clean up that process, then you can start spending time on other stuff. Alright, let's take these ores for a walk. Since I can't take the ingots for a walk, I might as well take some ores for a walk. Ah, shit. The ingots are in my way. New customer, kablam. Wonderful. Ah, you get extra money for completing the whole job. This is good. I do have magnetic coconuts. I have a lovely bunch of them, in fact. So, just this process here, just those handful of ingots that I made, has already unlocked the ability to do the next thing. So let's turn off my sails here and go unlock the next thing. I might also unlock the upgrades. I don't want to up or to unlock the carry capacity upgrade, but at the same time, one at a time is really rough. I also went the wrong way. I went the wrong way 3 times in a row. God damn it. Okay, next. Perfect, Master. The D64 now has additional power and should be able to remove the blue overgrowth without any trouble. Ow. Alright. Next, blue overgrowth. I don't know why I take the wrong turn there every time. Alright, blue overgrowth. That's blue rock. I didn't need blue rock, but here we are. Blue overgrowth. That's what I'm looking for. It's squidgy. Oh, we immediately have purple overgrowth. Funny you say that, Sybil, because I also have a squidgy resource tentatively planned for my game as well. I might need to rethink it after some of my recent thought processes, but we'll see. I kind of still really want to do it. Hey. Robot. Repair the next Urfy. Alright, you can be always of the type of put in machine. Go do that. Oh yeah, no, the squidgy is more in shape and aesthetic and not necessarily in sound effect. At least for my plan. It will not sound squidgy, I don't think. But yes, accessibility is definitely a concern to consider as well. But I know a lot of accessibility concerns, but I will definitely workshop that where possible. Excellent, Master. You found the terminal for automatic drillers. Another step towards fully automated resource extraction. With these machines, you can specifically occupy mineral deposits, and they will take over the mining completely for you. Hell yeah. It's best to download the blueprints for an ore driller right away. 25 bucks. Hell yeah. Perfect. Now you can build ore drillers and further automate your mining operation with them. It's time to see an ore driller in action. Placed directly on an ore deposit, it takes over the mining for you with an unmatched precision. The positioning is key here. The more precisely you align the driller above the center of the deposit, the more efficiency it will work. The more efficiently it will work. There we go. Luckily, the system shows you the exact the extraction efficiency live while placing it. That way you can calmly choose the optimal spot without stress. A little finesse and your drill will run like clockwork. Alright, next, 100 bucks for unknown. Fair enough. Alright, and then we have a mining throughway here. Okay. Alright, so let's attempt to automate, because I don't know if it requires an active drill spot or a not so active drill spot. %, 100%, 30-second drill time. So if we put it over here, 30-second drill time. So it doesn't seem to matter. Let's do this one that's already dead. And yeah. Ah. Great. Let's move on to the next step. You know the drill. Now comes the final decisive moment. D64 is already waiting to start the laser process. Ta-da! And there it stands, Master. Your first ore driller is ready for action and already hard at work. Without the sweat or muscle power, it extracts ore from the ground around the clock until the deposit is completely exhausted. Uh-oh. What if it's already exhausted? Apparently it's not doing anything. Master, now things are getting really efficient. You already have an ore driller and a meltatron, two powerful machines driving your mine forward. But to unlock the full potential, you need a tool that connects everything, the transport system. Have you noticed the antennas on your machines? No? Those aren't just decorations. They are transport senders and transport receivers. With them, you can establish direct connection between machines. Just drag from a receiver to sender and zap, the materials will flow automatically. Why not try it right away? Connect your ore driller to the meltatron. You'll see the ore zip through the line as if by magic. But careful, my clever mining master. Do note that the range per connection is limited, so plan wisely and build your network with care. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Okay. So this ain't gonna work. Let's move you. So they only work on ore nodes that actually have ore left in them. So I can't make use of my my drained ore nodes, even though I personally can mine from my drained ore nodes. It's not fast. So let's do that. Let's move you. Here, let's pop that. Move you. Let's move you over here. How? And there it is, your first transport connection. I'm thrilled. Important. As soon as the machine is connected to the transport system, the Urfies ignore it. They think, automatic? Well, then let's chill. My sensors tell me there's a terminal somewhere in the station where you can download blueprints for transport extensions. With the extensions, you can then tether paths or buffer materials. Oh, look at it go. Look at it go. So, keep your eyes open. It's time to initiate you into another secret of galactic mining. Side tasks. Yes, I know, you thought you already had enough to do, but the Mining Federation sees it differently. And they have, well, quite a lot of clipboards. No, the depleted deposits do not seem to replenish. You can use them as like an emergency material, but they are done. So I think the expansion is the only method. These tasks can involve all sorts of things. Produce a certain amount of this, sell that, build something that blinks, you know the drill. And the best part, you don't just get experience for it, but also real money. So not like my salary. I get paid in the updates. And the nicest thing about it, as soon as you complete a task, you automatically get the next one. No breaks, no boredom, just endless productivity. I hope you like to-do lists, because the Federation has one for you. A very long one. Great. Alright, so this mining happens. And one more. We'll do the thing. It's a good question. What would he spend money on if he got paid? Alright, so pop. That goes in there. Can we upgrade? We could upgrade. I don't have any money, but I could upgrade. Alright, so that goes there. Kerplamo! So at some point we probably would need to have the output be able to send to either upstairs or something like that. Oh. I also can't mine from it once it's been taken out. Alright. So let's go this way. Also, upgrades laser efficiency. Maybe a little Robo Buddy wants a cool dice collection. That could be. Goo explosion. You're not... Oh, you're ignoring completely. Okay, so let's do this. Go help me clean. Oh, that's gonna take for fucking ever. Gonna need to rebuild or reassign my entire robot collection to go cleaning that crap up. Save, you say? Is saving a thing? No, saving is not a thing. It's not that I found yet. Must be purely automated saving. Alright, let's continue going this way. I did notice that there is a little autosave icon under my face, so that's the thing. Okay, some more ore deposit. Oh. Wow, what a find! You've discovered Carnet for the first time. This rare resource is significantly more valuable than ore and fetches higher prices when sold. Carnet deposit. It is red glowy. Pretty. Okay, I can't break up that. So we have 3 ore deposits in here, and we also have another Urfi for 160 bucks. Alright, you keep working at that little dude. Look at his little face. Alright, are you gonna... Squidgy wall boogers. Indeed. Bam. Okay, we get points for that. Lovely. Wait, was that... Really? 30 points? Oh, well, so it is. Yeah, you keep at that. You keep doing it. So we're gonna need. Oh God, the values costs increase with each usage. So the first one was like 75 bucks. Now it's 305 bucks for the next driller. It's fine though because the driller is temporary, and as soon as that spot wears off, I'll have to move to the next spot anyway, which is fine. We do need to make money though, so let's go make money. I will take this with me because it's going to take them a while to do it. Can't really make much money. That's fine though. Make some money. Maybe? I probably should try that. Hooray! Alright, let's just immediately stop that because I don't have much material. Okay, so let's go try the Kermit. Apparently I can't move it while it's working. Alright, that's fine. Oh, it's got more like a glass cracking, breaking kind of noise. The achievement is Kernit? It can. Alright, we gotta... Oh, for fuck's sake. Alright, hang on. Yep. I would think Kernit should be green. But I feel like that might have been too much of an obvious reference, perhaps. Hi, Gila. Gila, show yourself. Alright, so what if... Ah, it's immediately gonna dump. I was gonna try to put the Kernits. Gonna try to put the Kernits in there. What if? Can I... Disconnect. Okay. It cannot do the thing. Got it. At least not with the current level. Yeah, he definitely needs face shushin. Alright, let's get some more money. Alright, now I'm gonna walk my new rock friends up the hill. I like them. Not only are they pretty rubies, but they make nice little clanky noises as they roll. These are what, D12s? Look like D12s. Alright, open it up, see what we can sell. Interesting. The image for it here is a D20. But the actual ore is a D12. They're juking me. 20 bucks. Alright, well that wasn't nearly as worth as I thought it would be. They made it sound like it was going to be like hella expensive. But no, this is barely. I mean, it's 4 times the price, but still. I'm selling knockoff D20s. Man. Hooray. And counterfeits? Jesus Christ. I have some of these things. Do I have an ingot? Can I run down and get an ingot quick? I can't make it. Damn it. Oh well. Alright, let's go ahead and turn that off then. Let's make some more money. It is enough for another miner. That is correct. It's barely enough for another miner. What you doing not working, bud? What you doing not working? No. I would... Here, let me help you out here. See if we can you... There you go. Okay, he was stuck on that one for some reason. I mean, maybe... So, Meltatron... Ah, interesting. So this was previously locked out with a question mark, so we didn't have visibility until the next tier. So we do now have a Carnet Driller, which is going to cost $200. $100 to buy the blueprint, and another $100 to build one. So let's go make a little bit more money also. Let's crack into here, see what's in here. Immediately cock blocked. Never mind. These are the old styles. Ah, we have another Carnet. Good. We have another ore. We got red squidgy stuff, which does not appear to have anything behind it. Does have stuff behind it. Ah, I see. I see. All right. So let's go make some money. Not much, but some. We got the Carnet Rock. We might as well get the Miss Piggy Rocks. Alright, I don't have those things. And I don't think I can make it all the way downstairs and back up again to have one. So, maybe I should go collect a bunch of materials before attempting to make money again. If they're going to keep asking for stuff I don't have. Apparently we can indeed. The good news is you still make all of the money from selling the materials. You just don't get any bonuses for 100% completion of the order, which is fine. I also don't. I do. forgot I had those ingots. Alright, that'll do. And that's exactly enough money for the Kernet miner, which is great. Lovely. Next. Question mark. Okay. So we're not going to get enough money or enough information on next. And then we need 400 bucks for the Meltatron 3500, which is the Kernet processor. So for right now, we're just going to be doing raw Kernet ore. "60-second drilling time." Jesus. Alright, well that's gonna go for a bit. You, how much do you cost again? 160, okay. I see. I like a lot of the mechanics they've got going on, though. Ha ha! We have 2 Kernets. Lovely. Kerblamo. Actually, let's take that up with me. They actually are being really good. That was probably a good call. Alright, while the robots take care of the rest of the cleanup, we're gonna do kitty treat time. Yeah. I said the thing. I did. I said the thing. Gizmo was totally spaced out. He wasn't even staring at me anymore like he usually does. He was staring off in a corner over there. And I said the thing and he was like, oh. Yeah, I know. I'm coming. He had to come back to make sure I was right. That I wasn't trying to juke him.
Come on, kitties. It's treat time. Come on.
Gizmo got so concerned and excited and overworked that his tail poofed out.
I know.
Kitty treat time. Gizmo still looked up and spazzed when I said it. Alright, let's make a little bit more stuff. Should probably speed those guys up too. Here, let's take some of these. Driller has no more space at the output. I'm sorry, what? I don't know that was the thing. That's not even this driller. I think that's referring to this one. Yeah. That. That's fine, whatever. Let's go see if we can make enough money with what we've got to get the Kernet ingot processor. Because that would be fantastic. There we go. Alright, who wants what? Hang on, a little bit. Come here. How much is your upgrade? Speed. 5 TP. 15 bucks. Carry on. Actually, carry on again. Go Zoop. Go Zoop. Have fun. Nice. 207 bucks. Hell yeah. That pays for the blueprint unlock right there. I need another 200 bucks for the actual placement of it. And Almost. $5 short. I don't have much left, though. I'm missing the Kernet. And this is something I don't want for my game. I explicitly don't want narrow time windows for things. Like an occasional time limit is fine, but like a really narrow time window is too stressful in my mind. I need a chill, peaceful time. Now, granted, it's not actually the end of the world if we don't accomplish the goal. Thank you. That was very helpful, little dude. It's not the end of the world if we don't actually fulfill our goals. But having that timer tick down and know that I can't do anything about it hurts me. Hurts my feelings. Oh, you're talking about QuickTime events, like the actual QTE stuff? Yeah, that's also very stressful. Alright, so let's do Kernet. Buy. Kernet ingots. Kermit ingots. I'll put you over here. How did... Kermit ingot. Oh, timers specifically. You're talking QTEs in terms of how they relate to timers. Yes, that's fair, because you do have a very and I don't always consider that a timer, and I guess maybe that they definitely are a timer now that you mention it. But I always consider them to be more of like a twitchy reaction type of deal, because they're usually not enough time for me to even consider them a timer, because it's usually in the form of a second or a half a second to respond. There we go. There we go. But yeah, twitchy reaction stuff I suck at, for sure. Alright, so this is going to give us our first ingot of Kernet. But it's got another minute and change to process. There's only 14 left in here, so we'll need to move this one soon. Let's go back to cracking open this section. Yeah, exactly. In fact, there was a demo that we played recently that had a really, really nice geode busting mechanic. Like, you actually had to slice open the asteroid to crack open the actual geode and see what's inside. I guess the kitties are done. And then we got blue rocks. The OG blind box, indeed. sometimes there's water inside to drink. Looks like we can't get any further here. My sensors tell me this door is blocked from the other side by an overgrowth. So you'll have to find another way to this part of the station. Alright, fair enough. Alright, that'll do for the moment. I keep forgetting this thing doesn't actually finish processing until I push the button, and then it can continue mining. Alright, you are done. Let's make our first Kermit ingot. Hooray! Kermit ingot get. Gonna walk this thing all the way back myself. Kermit ingot. Did it. We also have a new level. I feel kind of like I should just keep busting all the way through to the mining time until I'm done with that. Nah, no mine carts needed. We got robots for that. Alright, so what's next? Unknown, we haven't discovered anything new. Fair. Unknown. Okay. Do we have any money for decoratives? The Bubblelator 9000. Hollow Ore. Hollow Carnot. Hollow Amberon. Biocount Display. Value-O-Mat. Income-O-Mat. Earthy-O-Mat. Core Bud. Dusk Leaf. Projector Trademark. Hollow Pick. Okay. So I can afford the core bud. So let's do it, because theoretically it gives more money. I know, I want the bubbles. This compact plant forms juicy fruit buds that thrive between rock crevices and are astonishingly resilient. The so-called cores almost burst off by themselves when ripe, which especially delights curious robots with a collecting instinct. At some point, we have to be able to get automated ingot extract, right? Like, that's got to be a thing. Rather than having to have us push the button each time. Alright, decoration. Plant. Core bud. Yes. Apparently we can't build in there. That's fine. You could go right here. Pretty. Alright, let's make some money. I'm curious how much this sells for. Oh, never mind. It says it right there, 180 bucks. So it was made out of 6 of the Kermit, so 120 bucks. So 180, it's a decent increase. I mean, that guy wanted the first and only one. And I got an extra buck for my decor. Whole extra $1. Ah. Transport system. Okay, good. Ah, okay. Great. Done. 6 extra bucks for, so it's an extra buck per resource sold. Okay, that's a little bit better. And now I have no more resources again, so we immediately have to go get more. So let's see. Let's do that. Ooh, goo! Found the goo path. The hell? Damn. Alright. that had four ore and 2 full ingots in it. So this is an impressive little section of materials stuck in the corner. Okay, so I just got the notice that this deposit has finished its... It might not be this deposit, it might be the other deposit. Yeah, because this one still has 6 left in it because it hasn't been allowed to finish because this is always stopping it. So it was actually this one that finished. Yeah, that's a lot. Okay. So you are done. You, new Urfy. You can be yellow. And you can be... upgraded TP. And you can be... machine stuffer. No, you can't be a machine stuffer. You can be... Actually, I probably should have it be a machine stuffer. Do I have the price for refiner? No, I need another 50 bucks for another refiner. Okay, so you can just be a collector for now. Like that, right there. Alright, let's finish taking care of these so that guy can move elsewhere and I have a path to drag these things forward. Gila, you also stay out of my tea, sir. Ah, damn. Alright, there we go. Ores. Come with me, my pretties. So, because of the percentage bonus, it's worthwhile to have a number of each material on hand to be able to complete full orders. But is it worth it compared to the price increase of just refining everything? Because I know we have side tasks and whatnot to also sell ore ingots and other side tasks, so it might at some point say sell ore. I don't know. Oops, hang on. Boop. Oh, right. Okay, so we got one more friggin' ingot left, or one more ore left in there. I don't necessarily want to prevent that from flying across. Okay, good. So you get disconnected. You can move, and we'll move you to this way. And you can get moved over here. Just out of curiosity, does this work? No, it's got to be in line. Okay, it's good. Driller has no more space at the output. Where was that driller? That driller's back here, right? Yeah, the driller's back here. Okay. Take the ores for the walkies. I will take some of the ores for the walkies, I think. stole it from me. That's fair. Alright, the rest of these, I think, can come upstairs. Okay, got a decent amount of materials here. You having problems, little dude? Interesting. Not sure why it was failing at that. Alright, let's make some more money. So I do not have any of the raw red stuff, which is a bit of a problem, but it's fine, I guess. See, that 62 extra dollars for a bonus for completing the whole order is why I'm thinking we need to have some of everything available wherever possible. Because now I don't have anything. Alright, that'll do. Eh? Oh. Fine, be that way. Alright, so let's go get some of the raw stuff, the raw red stuff, while we also make more ingots. I have 700 bucks, so we could do a thing. Jesus Christ. That's a bit of a jump. It was like 50 bucks, then 200 bucks, and then 10 grand. All right. So they're still collecting the stuff from this little corner. Yeah, it definitely feels like it's a lot of extra work to build up enough for a very quick round of sales. Of course I'm still mining, Guardian. I'm always still mining. I'm never not mining. Alright, so that's 5. Let's go this way. Empty this section so it can continue mining. I yearn for the mines. Okay, so that's another 5 minutes. Oops. So I have yet to even find the next tier of ore. So we should probably do that. Let's go back to digging. Aha! There's our final level of laser efficiency. Now we could do luck. Each level increases the chance of random ore finds from rock by 11%. That's kind of nice. Quick build module. Decoration gives you 10% more decoration points. Each level increases the speed of your transport connections and maximum length of transport connections. So luck is good. I do like luck. And our speed is pretty good so far. So let's get a luck. Okay, so we got purple shit that we can't touch. Hello, Shazak. How you doing? Okay. So we have lots and lots and lots of rocks to break. This guy's not cutting it, so let's upgrade you. Fuck, all in. Break it. Yes. Okay. So let's say we need to go this way. Clear out this. Push this button. That was perfect timing. Okay, so we can build another Meltatron refiner if I want. We also could do... Never mind, we can't do another drill. Let's do another Meltatron refiner then. And we'll do that over here. This one only has 18 left in it, but we also have two other ore nodes in this spot, so it'll be useful for a while. We'll just turn all this crap into ingots. God damn it. I looked away. That's odd because most of the other things that you have this progress bar fill up on, if you look away, it just continues where you were when you left off. So it's a little bit odd that that specific activity will stop the process. It's got a little ways to go. It's got another 3 minutes to go. You. Get faster. You. Also. Get faster. Wow. Wow. Alright, that's a me problem. Okay, that's gonna go. Let's get you chunking for a little bit. Someone stole it. And let's take you, and then you guys can come rolling up with me. Okay, so we have 37, 13, 11, and 2. Money time. Money time. You. Get upgraded. Money time. All my red ingots immediately gone, but got 564 bucks for that one sale. Hell yeah. God damn it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I will try to see if we can get that last ingot, but I doubt it, just because that timer runs so goddamn quick that my run time is long enough to not make it. Yeah, no, not gonna make it. God damn it. I was able to shave some time by running down the stairs, or by jumping down the stairs, but yeah. Ah well. Next time, I suppose. But that's where it's good to have a lot of each of materials, because it's a significant extra boost if you can fill the whole order. It's not that much. I mean, it's about 10%, give or take. Damn it. I can't, Aha. I can, to an extent, kind of juke it onto the thing. Running low. Well, we have lots of ore. We're running low on everything else. So the ore, I should probably stop sending up here until I have enough. Or until we've processed other things. God damn it. There we go. Okay. Done. We got 1,400, almost 1,500 bucks now. So let's go see what we can upgrade. Let's get a miner on here. Great. You do your thing, bud. And then we have back here stuff happening. I do hope that we can eventually figure out how to get these to do the thing. Like automatically dump out the ingots. Such as automatic ejection. Hell yeah. Increase TP production. Luck hit. With each level increases the chance by 20% to receive an additional product during processing. Yes. Alright. That is huge. Can we upgrade the luck on these? Drilling speed, additional luck hit. Allows the driller to reach deep-lying, inexhaustible mineral deposits beneath the surface. So with the $500 upgrade, these can then mine the infinite spots. Okay, that's good. That's good. You need to be upgraded immediately to the luck. And automatic ejection. Because, yes, please. I am curious if it will automatically smelt as well. So let's just leave this here, and I will do a brief BRB and come back and see if it worked. So, BRB! Alright, so it did not do what I wanted it to do. I wanted it to auto cook, but I don't see an upgrade for auto cooking. So I wonder what the path is for that, because it auto ejects. But what's the path for auto cooking? It was after we upgraded to the auto eject that the full automation came into play, or became unlocked. So we're gonna need a lot. We're gonna need a lot of money, and we're gonna need a lot of TP. Now I don't see... there it is near the bottom, the TP count. So these machines will automatically generate TP over time, and I think they have individual TP counts. So each machine has to function for an amount of time before it can be upgraded to do the thing. That was 5. 5 TP for that one process. That's not bad. Okay, okay. Good. We're learning. Let's upgrade the luck on this. Okay. So I still need to run around mining, or pizzapping with lasers. This needs the auto eject. And some luck. You can have some luck as well. You can't have some luck because you don't have TP. Alright, fair enough. Not sure where the robot went that was working on those things, but it's somewhere, I'm sure. Oh, that was a double. It even made the chimey noise. Ah, it's over here. That's where it's located. Okay. All right. So we have lots and lots of ore still happening. Oh, that's what the chimey noise was. My own level. So let's do my final laser speed. I need probably need to come by here and aha, double. All right, yeah, I need to come by here and I need to process a lot of this ore. Because unfortunately, once it has made its way upstairs, it's much more difficult to process into anything. So if I let my robots sit and drag it all upstairs without my input, it will just all be stored upstairs instead of turned into profitable ingots. That's not a thing. That's not a thing. This is a thing. Let's get a dusk leaf. Because that's more money. There. Dusk leaf. It's pretty. What did that say? Plant thrives best in the half shadow of metallic cave walls. Its shimmering leaves store gentle light and give it off again as a soft glow in the darkness. So that is 1 money and 2 XP on gain experience. Okay. Okay, that's good. Alright, let's go down and push buttons. This is probably close to empty. Indeed. You've got 40 left in you, you'll be fine. Okay. Okay, so that one's done. Let's see what happens. Nope, gotta cancel the doodad. Hey. Aha, that one did a double. Nice. Alright, let's go sell some stuff and make some money. Good job, buddy. In fact, such a good job, you get an upgrade. More speed? More speed. More speed. You're my zippiest little buddy now. Green for go. Alright, what you want? You want 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 1. So that was now 12 extra bucks for the plantage. So it would be worth having more plantage around. Oh, I don't have one of those. Let's build another plant. Another dust leaf. Look at these guys doing work. Look at these guys doing work. 18 bucks. So yeah, definitely $1 per plant per material sold. It's pretty good. $27 for plants and $27 for 100% completion. Pretty good. Could do another plant. Let's do another plant. Fuck it. Let's do another death leaf. That's more experience. You were lost in Nova Lands? Fair. Right. $45 for plants. Hell yeah. Alright, we can sell maybe one more round, maybe 2 more rounds, depending on how many of those go. What time is it, by the way? It's alright. I got a little bit more time. Alright, one more sale. Hopefully they want 2 of each of these. 2 of each of these! Ah, they want one of the reds. Again, I don't have time to run down and get it, but we'll try. No, between the cook times and the run times, don't have time. Be nice if we could do like a trick shot up there. Ricochet it off and get it in the hole. But no. Alright, let's go ahead and stop then. I know. It's... There effectively isn't enough time to go down and get something and still be able to fulfill the rest of the order. So if you don't have the materials on hand, you're done. Which is unfortunate. Like, it would be nice if there was enough time to actually attempt to fill the order by going downstairs. I guess it could be seen as intentional. No, right. Because like otherwise, I don't know. I guess maybe it's intentional just to encourage you to upgrade your bots and to make sure that you have enough materials on hand. All right, let's go digging and see if we can find the next material. Because we can't go this way. What are you doing, bud? Oh, you don't have any rocks to dig. Okay, well, go collect stuff. Also, get upgraded. Now you're my next zippiest dude. Have fun. He had the angry face. That was the angry face of his job was to destroy rocks. Get upgraded, nerd. Aha! So another one of these, that's good. And this is probably also blocked off. I mean, it's obviously blocked off, but it's probably blocked off by go around, find another way. I'm gonna get so freaking lost in here. Ooh. No material. Emberon. Laser's too weak. All right, $1,000 to crack open this door. That's a lot of. Fuck it. It's a lot of money to crack open a door. All right. Crack is expensive. Ooh, that one had materials in it. That one had a lot of materials in it. Ah, okay. Come on in, guys. Alright, I'm gonna go back this way and make sure stuff is processing still. I really want to get the auto smelty upgrades for these things, but it's so expensive. But my next laser upgrade is like 10 grand, so clearly they want me to make money. Here, let's do more luck. No, let's do more learning. Okay, so you are another bot. You can be pickup bot, and you can be... Can't upgrade you yet. Let's get you some TP. Let's get you that. You're already that color. Perfect. You're already perfect the way you are, bud. Ah. So it's $500 to research, and then $150 to get an in-out transport node doodad. Storage. An ejection doodad. Question mark. Filters. Earthy gathering points. Okay. Alright. Okay. And then this, I think... No, I haven't been here before. It's just covered in blue goo, so I haven't been here before. Also, don't have money. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of paths here. And the paths are a lot. Okay, so $500 for the deep drilling, and then so what we would need to do is set up a driller to drill and get TP to upgrade itself. So this one's got the TP for it. Oh, never mind. It's $500 without TP. Got it. So never mind. I was thinking we'd have to like train up our drills basically, but no, we don't need to do that. Okay, you're going. I don't have any money. That's fine. You turn into ingot. Okay, so they're collecting stuff from in here that we just cracked open. Lovely. And at some point, I need to turn all of my bots into cleanup crew and clean up this mess. Because there's a lot of feckin' mess. Aha! Ooh, aura site. There's only 5 of them, but it's $500 a pop for selling them. Neat. Okay, I'll take one of them with me at least. I am aura farming, indeed. It's a hard job, but someone's got to do it. I need you to finish so I can close this loop. Right. Soon. These really need to be upgraded with as much luck as they can. So this will be one that I'll probably play a little bit in my off time because I can let a lot of it just sit and run and collect resources. So I'll probably do that, and you know we'll gather some TP on these machines. We'll get them ready to upgrade. We'll collect resources so we can do a big old sell-off. So yeah, I'll probably do some of this in my off time because I'm digging it. I'm enjoying it, and it is giving me certain ideas for my game. Not a lot of ideas, But there definitely is some crossover. I like the slinky idea. It's good. It's good. Oh, there's already 4 of them in here. All right. So how about we do one final sale with as much as we can manage, and that will give me some money to dink around with in my off time. If I have off time. I've been attempting to refocus my efforts on game dev again. Which means a lot of watching tutorials and attempting to make use of some of the new materials I'm finding, or new ideas of development that I'm finding. Learning some of the much needed development efficiencies that I was lacking knowledge of. I'm attempting to see if I can learn Unity's ECS and batch processing stuff. Because in theory, that will be much more performant for things like large number of physics items, which is kind of one of the goals of my game, to have large number of physics items. So I really should learn how to manage those physics items efficiently. Yeah, you're right, I probably should, but I have a lot of waiting to do before I can upgrade that. Because, yeah, one at a time is kind of obnoxious. Good job, little bud. You are max speed, and you have nothing to carry. Oh. None of you have things to carry. I see. Well, in that case, then, go block murdering. Oh, wrong one. This one. Go block murdering. Shit. Totally didn't even notice the job. Look at that happy little guy. I love the happy little guys. Go block murdering. You can stick around. Ooh. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Alright, I think I have 2 dudes right now picking up loose materials. I think 3 dudes currently... Nope, rude! I was gonna use that. Stop. That's what happens when you get bored robots. They take too much initiative. Alright. That's all my stuff. I mean, all I have left is regular old ore. So, that's the sale. We made almost $5 grand off of all that stuff. And yeah. So that'll be it for tonight. I am enjoying it. I'm curious how much more we'll be able to automate. It does look like there's a pretty decent automation chain using the lasers as your conveyors and stuff like that. And now that I know that I can eventually upgrade drills to be able to work on the depleted deposits, that means that all of these will eventually have drills on them, and we'll be able to just have them kind of automatically producing ore, even if it's going to be a slower burn. I'm sure it's going to be a slower burn. In fact, let's do one for the fun of it. Ore driller, 500 bucks. Let's just put you right there. And then we upgrade you to deep drilling. And then we'll eventually have enough TP to upgrade luck and whatnot. But now it's infinite and 30 seconds per, which I think is how fast it was doing on a full node. So that's good. And then we give this guy a refinery. Alright, the refinery's got some work to do. But yeah, we probably don't necessarily want to have this right here, but just slapping it down for fun of it. Okay, so then you go here, you go here, you go here. And now, this thing is ready to go. Probably should have it all facing the other direction, but that's fine. It's whatever. And then this can get upgraded to automatic ejection once we've got some TP in there. A little bit more TP and we can automate it. So this would probably be one where we do want to train them up because they do need TP. So we would have one that's been running for a while slapped onto here, so another one can go. I guess this one can train itself just as well. Get a TP upgrade so it gets more, but whatever, it's fine. But yeah, so each one of these could either have its own. I don't know if we've got mergers, come to think of it. So like all three of these, maybe 4 of them total, could feed into one, so they all can be producing a single ingot. That'd be kind of neat. Or with enough luck, maybe you only need 2 of them per smelter. I think there's definitely some room for efficiencies there. Again, I don't know if there's a merger or whatever. I remember there was a storage, so maybe the storage could act as a merger. I don't know. Yes, you can move these. So once I decide that this needs to move somewhere else, you can absolutely move it. Just got to disconnect the little laser conveyor first, and then it's ready to go. But yeah, I dig it. I like it. I will play more in my off time, see how much I can progress on my own. And we'll do another stream of this at some point soon, because I would like to include this as part of my research for my own game, because I do think that this has definitely quite a few elements that I like and would possibly want to adapt. Not all of it. Definitely not all of it. There's some of this that I think I would not want for my own game, even if it's enjoyable in this game. But definitely some ideas to work with. So yeah, that'll be it for tonight. I am done. Don't have any plans for the rest of the week, so maybe we'll do some votes. Maybe we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Ducks, Icesucks, Guardian, Iron Ninja, Shazak, and then our raiding collection of Civil, EOG, D-Pain, Knight, and Salty, and friends. Appreciate y'all being there. And I will see y'all next time.
Bye.